I'm Ron McNeil, the owner of McNeil Technologies. We work all over the United States, Canada, and Australia. We rehabilitate infrastructure. Today we're going to install a triplex liner in an old sewage manhole that was rehabbed a few years ago with a spray-on epoxy coating. It failed because it cracked and sewer gases got back to the wall and returned loose the material. We've taken that material out. Today we're going to put in a liner that will last at least 50 to 100 years in this structure. I'm here at a manhole that's been sprayed with epoxy coating. Epoxy by itself is brittle. It'll just break. We'll have to take all this material out of this structure because as soon as it fractures, sewer gases gets behind the liner and re-deteriorates the structure and turns all this material loose. It's very brittle and it all has to come back out before we put in a triplex liner. All right, now that you've seen how bad the structure is with the deteriorated epoxy coating, we're going to pressure clean this structure and remove all that debris. Most of it will just land in the bottom of the hole. We've cut off the sewage so nothing is running below. But we will pressure clean that hole and etch that surface as much as possible and get ready to put in a triplex liner. This is an old spray-on epoxy coating that was put in this structure a few years back. It deteriorated because cracks got in it, sewer gas went back and returned loose the material. Today we're going to install a triplex liner in this structure. It has a non-porous membrane sandwiched between structural layers of fiberglass. This one, once it's put in that structure, will last at least 50 to 100 years. I'll just hit it with a sledgehammer. Just so you can see, this stuff doesn't break, crack, peel, get pinholes in it, and will never be turned loose in that manhole again. People have wasted money and time all over the world with spray-on and plaster-on coatings. So I designed a triplex liner. This is fiberglass like you'd build a boat with. We saturate it at the job site with epoxy resin that will bond to wet or dry surfaces. We pressurize it, inject steam to cure it, and in a couple hours, we have a structure that will last for 50 to 100 years in your sewer. So quit wasting money and time and rehabilitating over and over and over. Spend your dollars once and get the job done right. We're now lowering the triplex liner inside the structure. It'll be put down into the perfect position and we'll inject steam for about an hour till it cures. And then we'll cut the openings back out and it'll be ready for immediate use in the sewer. I want you to consider something. Look how clean this job site is. You can do this in the middle of a 6-lane intersection or at a golf course from what you saw earlier for 4 hours, and you're going to have a finished product that's ready to put back in service. This is a piece of triplex liner we just cut out of that structure you saw us line. We're going to throw it down on the ground. This is a full-size sledgehammer, and just for the record, I'm 6'4", 220 pounds, raised on a farm. I don't think you could do that to the little spray-on coating liner. We're not going to run over it with a truck. Here's a big, nice four-wheel drive truck. Come on, guys. As you see, the truck didn't bother it at all. And just for the record, we'll hit it one more time for you. You can see the difference in this and some little epoxy spray-on coating. You want to save your sewer system? Put Triplex liners in your manholes and they'll last 50 to 100 years, and you won't be having to rehab over and over and over. Do it right once. Well, we've just finished putting in a Triplex liner. You know, 4 hours ago you had a terrible structure falling apart. Now you have a Triplex liner in it. We appreciate you taking the time to see this video of a Triplex liner. We hope that your city will pick out some structures and let us do a preliminary program or a major program for your city. When we put these liners in, you're through for the rest of your life. You do it once and you're through, and that's mighty good.